Hello, welcome to episode 3 of Hers and His. And today's topic is going to be, can you love someone, not be in love with them, but still be in a relationship? I say no.
I say yes. I say yes for many reasons, and you're going to find out today.
All right, the reason why I say no is I know in the beginning of a relationship, you got to find the person out, kind of figure the person out. So you may not love them in the beginning, be in love with them in the beginning. But at some point during a relationship, if y'all putting time in, you're going to have to love them for it to work. I don't think it can work without you not being in love with that person. Not loving them, but being in love with them.
Well, you gotta reiterate a little bit because you saying in the beginning.
In the beginning of a relationship, I don't expect for you to be in love with a person. But as time go on, if y'all building a rapport in a relationship, getting deeper and deeper, you should move from loving them to being in love with them.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not in love with them through a length of a relationship, it's not going to work. I believe. Maybe I'm wrong.
Okay, I see what you're saying, but to me, that's what people go wrong at. Like jumping into something, it shouldn't even be a relation. It shouldn't even be a relationship as an exclusive relationship where it's just us and we're dating, but y'all haven't found love, or y'all don't even know if y'all can go to the next step, which is being in love and building and being together. Like if you love somebody, to me, that's still like in a dating zone. Then after that, you come to understand, like, I really like this person. I really see me, rocking out with this person, and that's growing. So of course you loving them and you loving them harder. So then, as time go on, the feeling is getting deeper and deeper, and now you're in love. But at times people could be with each other for years and they lost the in love part. And they're still together because it's like it's working. They done built so much over time together where it's hard to separate. But you're really not in love with that person, but you love them. You have love for them. You care about them. You care about their everyday life or different things like that. But you're not infatuated with them no more. You're not in love. Like you don't have that feeling of, I can't wait till my partner come home, or getting your hair done just so you can look good for yourself and him. Like that fire is not there, but you can love somebody and still be dealing with somebody and not in love.
So you saying you basically just stand with a person
It happens
because of financial reasons, or
not even financial reasons, because that's what you're doing.
Listen, there's no way I'm going to be with someone just because. If I'm not in love with them, I mean, I love them as a person, but if I'm not in love with them, I'm wasting my time and their time.
Mm-hmm.
So both ways it's not going to work. There's no need to try to hold on to something that ain't going nowhere, it's not progressing, or it don't flame down. At some point, I got to be like, look, I don't.
So you telling me in all your relationships, as soon as you're not in love with that person, you just walk away. You don't try to stay to see if y'all can rebuild that again. You don't try to hold on because it's some potential there. You just saying, oh, I woke up and I don't like that you snore. That makes me not in love with you, and you just leave.
No.
How, if you invested so much?
No. Falling out of love, people fall in love, like fall out of love, like they fall in love.
Mm-hmm.
That takes time. So over a period of time, if we not seeing eye to eye or things not meshing up, our best thing to do, in my opinion, would be both to go our separate ways.
And that's the and yeah, like that is the right way, but that's not normally what happens. Like, what about is people in relationships and they're not in love with the person because they genuinely love them? Like, it's reasons people love people love people or others for a whole lot of reasons. Whatever your love language is, whatever turns you on, whether it's money, whether it's the way a person look or keep their self up, whether it's a person sex. So that's not that's not love, like, or being in love.
See what you doing and what people do is what you saying is that can end up tragically. Because you're not in love with that person, and if that person in love with you,
Yeah.
if they in love with you but you're not in love with them, their feelings and emotions get caught up, and they may feel as though that you're playing them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they never cared for me. They just played me. They strung me along.
Mm-hmm.
So it's best when you don't feel that way towards someone, at least to let them know, listen, I'm not in love with you. I love you as a person, but I'm not in love with you.
Mm-hmm.
At least let them know. Because if they going on thinking that you love them and care for them as much as they care for you, and when you come out and say, well, I don't love you. I ain't love you in some years now, but I just stayed with you.
But normally
that's not what some people want to hear.
Normally a person would know that. Just like if a person messing with a guy because of his status, that guy know in real life, if his status wasn't the way it was, he wouldn't be able to pull that girl. Like, so basically it might work for them. Like, oh, he got a good piece of something on his hip, and that makes him rock. And he and in her eyes, she got what would make her pussy get wet. Now, whether is money, is the status, whether is because
listen. If you don't love me as a person, there's no need for us to be together.
But we understand that. That's how it should be. But we're saying
for me to say, because I don't believe in
But you can grow to love somebody.
I don't believe in batting up your average, because I don't think no woman's too good for me, and I'm definitely no good for no woman. I don't think because you cute or you thick or you got a nice job or you got a car, oh, you're a prize. I think, in my opinion, I'm a prize. That's why even when dealing with a lot of women, I hate a woman to say, oh, yeah, you got to do this for me. You got to do that. I can't be with you. I need this. I need that. And I'm like, well, what makes you so special that I got to go on my way and do this and this and that for you? Who are you?
But that's her requirement. That's what turns her on. If that's something that she likes, then that's not the woman for you. Because anyway, if you love a person, you wanna make sure, whether you a man or a woman, you gonna make sure you doing the best you could do to keep this person happy, to keep this person on their feet, that y'all can grow together, that y'all can build together. You want to invest in this person. You want to be affectionate, love, like be there, emotionally in every way.
All of that you saying, but you said you believe it's possible to be in a relationship and not be in love.
Right.
So if you're not in love with somebody, you're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to build, because that's not the person that you really want. You're there for ulterior motives. Because if you don't love a person and be in love with a person, there's no reason how y'all.
But you don't know what people's love language is.
That's the game. That's a game that men and women play. You can't play with people's emotions and feelings. A person wants you to feel as though you just as much in love with them as they is with you. If not, there's no need for you to string him along, or him to string her along. I think in the beginning, of course, you're not going to be madly in love with a person. And I think falling in love with a person takes time. And it's deeds behind that. Like, not what a person say, because anybody can say, I love you, it's things they do. It don't have to be the biggest thing. It can be a small thing a person do for you. Like, that's why I got love for that person. That's how I know that they really about me. Because they do this, they do that.
So listen, for example, if a person is in jail, right? I'm not speaking on, I'm speaking on experience or conversations that I had, stuff that I know that I have seen. I'm not going to sit up here and act like, oh, I never known somebody to be in love with their partner just for them. Now, what originally drove them to that person might have been one thing, but as time goes on, yes, you develop deeper feelings because this person is doing whatever it is that turns you on and that you like, or maybe he's sexing you down, and you know he might be a little weak on certain areas, but you can deal with it because it's something that's keeping you there. But you don't have to be in love all the time. Like, it don't have to always be the person exactly who they are. Like, if she see you outside butt ass naked, no money, no clothes, no nothing. Oh, I like him because of how he look, and he's not showing me that he can stand on his own too, and he got a job, and he know how to put himself together. He's well clean and groomed. No, like, all them things go into one, and then as time go on, your love get deeper for whatever the stuff is that you're doing, or how you carrying yourself for this person.
You actually making my point, because what you still saying is the topic is, can you be in a relationship with someone and not be in love with them? Love them, but not be in love with them. You're making my point.
Tell me how.
Now, when you say if a girl see a guy outside, he butt naked, this, that, and the third, that's superficial stuff. Looks and all of that, cars and all, that's superficial. That's the eye test. You can have all of that and be a bad person.
Yeah.
You can be a rotten person. It's more of how a person treats you.
Yes.
How they deal with you.
How they treat their self.
In a relationship, they make you say, damn, this person is right. He attentive, he this, he that, he a listener. That person right. Now, over time, if you haven't fallen in love with him, why would you still be with a person?
Because it works.
It doesn't.
Not saying it will work forever.
I don't.
But because people invested so much into each other, because people got kids, it's so many reasons people are not happy but still staying together.
I don't think nothing's going to work if you just not in love with that person. Now y'all can hold on, but it's constantly going to be arguments and debates and fights and stupid stuff. Something that somebody like me, I'm a non-confrontational person. When that type of stuff come out, I walk away from it. I don't want to deal with that. You have to be in love with somebody if you want a relationship to last.
You should be in love with somebody if you want a relationship to last. Because a relationship can last, and it always can be the bickering, the arguing. Trust me, relationships get sour, and that's how a lot of times that it has room for people to cheat, and they still go home to whoever they're with, whether it's man or woman.
Cheating is not right either.
But that's what I'm saying. So if you still stand with a person and you're going outside of your stuff, evidently is something wrong, but you're still not letting go so you could be with the other person.
No, I'm gonna say
you
this.
having your cake and you eating
I'm
it
gonna
too.
say this as a man. As a man. Sorry guys, a lot of fellas will look at me like I'm crazy. Just because you go out and be with another woman, don't mean that you don't love your other mate.
Oh, sit down. Go lay down.
Don't mean that.
Wait, you said just because you in love with another
No, just because you go out and be with another woman doesn't mean you don't love your mate.
We're not saying love. We are talking about in love. Let's get it right. You can't be.
That don't mean you're not in love with your mate.
It do. Because if you don't have enough respect and you madly in love with this person, it wouldn't be no room for another person unless you desire to have another person and you talk to your mate about that. Maybe she would be all right with it.
Men are only human.
No, we're talking about boys, not men.
No, listen.
You don't get no pass. We're talking about boys are human.
Listen. The flesh is weak.
Boys.
And you may fall.
So why females can't do it?
Oh, hold on, Carol. I'm gonna talk. And you may fall victim to the flesh,
boys,
at that moment. But that's a moment. But your woman, your spouse, your main woman, it's gonna be hard for her to forgive that. Whatever the case may be, you did violate your relationship. But she gotta know you who I'm coming home to, you who I'm spending money to, you who I'm showing affection to. That was something for the moment.
And for the moment, he was giving all that to the other person as well.
No, he wasn't.
How you know that? You think that girl ain't get a pair of Snickers or a meal or a bill paid? You think so? Or he ain't rub her feet or back or kiss on her body while they was doing whatever. All he did was bang, 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 and I gotta go.
So, well, if you got a relationship and you cheating, you gotta say something for your woman. And vice versa, as a woman, if a woman was cheating, I had a woman before she's married, won't say her name. I asked for fellatio, say that. And she said, I gotta say something for my husband. I can't give you everything.
So what did she save? The dick suck? The ass shot?
Say fellatio. She saved.
What she save?
Don't worry about it. But
what shit you? Okay.
The thing was,
she ain't saved shit.
She said that, and it made sense.
It don't.
I'm like, okay, at least she keeping it straight with him like that. Like, I ain't gonna go that far with him. But cheating is wrong, whether it's a man or a woman. But I still believe the basis of this whole conversation is you cannot be in a relationship with someone and not love them, be in love with them. I can love a friend. I love a family member. I love a colleague. I'm not in love with any of them. And that's the thing that would separate.
But you can have a girlfriend as well and be in love with her, but not y'all haven't made it to being in love. You can love a girlfriend and a partner and not be in love with that person.
Eventually, with time. I'm not saying in the beginning you head over heels for them. No. Eventually, with time, if it don't develop to the fact that you like, damn, I love this, I'm in love with this person, then there's no need for you to be with that person, because you're wasting that person's time and you're wasting your time. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to end bad because they're going to cheat, they're going to go stray. It's like I'm wasting my time too. And that's when people get upset. Kind of like the woman I seen today, going upside the main car with a folded chair. That's when people get upset. So I just think it's impossible for you to have a long-term relationship and not be in love with the person. You had some good points,
So,
a little bit.
what is it when a person is in a relationship with somebody, in a relationship and out of a relationship, right? And through the years, he always find or she always find her way back to this one person. And they cannot see each other for months or weeks or maybe even be with each other for a year. And then when they see each other, it's like that one person can always get it again, feel on that person, hug, kiss, whatever, whatever.
They should be together.
They should, but it happens.
I think they
So
should
do
be
you
together.
think they just love on that person or they're in love with that person because they can't let them go? Or they just got something like they're soulmates.
I
Like
think one person's in love more than the other. Because it takes two people to tangle. So maybe the man is in love with the girl and the girl's not in love with him. But don't feel that way. Like you okay to mess around with, you probably chill with, but you not okay.
but
to
you
be
wouldn't
my
say
man.
that person is in love with that person, but they can't see that person. They can't, for whatever reason, they're not together.
They're not together because one person's not in love. Maybe,
but they still keep coming. Like, so you
maybe
just saying
one person
is in love more.
Yes, and he may be hoping that she feels the same way, or maybe this time, after all these years, can't you see? Or maybe the girl may be in love with the guy more, but they both not in love, because they both was in love, they get together.
Maybe they just two of a kind and they just feel like it just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work in that way.
And it wouldn't make sense, because if years went by and he has a woman, she has a man, but y'all still getting together, messing around, y'all is you doing your man a disservice and he doing his woman a disservice. If that's the case, y'all two just need to get together and let her go her way and him go his way, and y'all be together. I had a friend said that about a girl that he was messing with. He said they made a pact that no matter who they mess with, each other mess with, they will always mess around.
I could believe it.
But see, that was out of lust. It wasn't out of no type of love. Especially on his behalf. I know that for him. I definitely know that for him.
But how can you say it was just lust? Like, evidently it's something
because
there,
it gotta
because
be nothing but
you
lust.
willing to sacrifice like
if
what
that's the
you
case,
got.
he would have been with her. He was with her just
maybe
I'm
them
not
two
gonna
together won't work. Like, maybe they both alphas.
so if them two wouldn't work together, what would you call it but lust? It's nothing but lust.
You don't think they got love for each other? But they not in love because it's not enough to make them
it's not
just
hard to love someone. I'm talking about in love.
But we're saying is that they're still connecting, but they're not in love.
There's a difference. I'll tell you the difference. Loving someone is I love my friend. I love my family member. And love some of my colleagues.
You keep saying that. You don't have to be in love with every boyfriend or girlfriend you have.
Then there's no need for you to be in a relationship with that person. After some time go by, if you don't find yourself developing love for that person and being in love, fall in love with that person, then you're like, why am I here?
Right.
So it's best that you go your separate ways and just tell him, yeah, I'm done.
Right. It's best. And it should if y'all not growing. But it happens. People are together and they're not in love, or they were in love and they fell out of love and they're still together.
Well, there's no need to stay together.
There's people that live in different rooms, but in the same house, but they got rules like whatever works for them. It's even old people, old men that still has his woman of 40 something years and has a whole nother relationship. But at the end of the day, he loved that person so
Look,
much that
she's
been
a
with,
fool.
he's willing
She's
to
a
always make sure he's
she's
okay.
a fool. She's a fool. I'm
It
not gonna be
works.
with
She
you.
getting whatever she want out the deal.
But see, that's the thing. When people do stuff, she don't love him. She doing it for whatever she feel as though financial reasons. Just
But if she and she been with this person for so long and
it
he's
doesn't
still
matter if I
doing
was
right
with
by
you for
her,
70
when she
years.
just gonna walk away,
He not doing
be
right.
alone? Like no, like it
That's the
people
biggest
does
problem.
it.
That's the biggest problem.
And maybe she can't satisfy him no more. So and she know that whether it's sickness,
That's the biggest.
whether it's whatever, and she's like, okay,
That's the biggest.
go do what you got to do, but like I'm okay
with people today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want to be alone, but you get treated like shit in a relationship, but you don't want to be alone. It's best to be alone until you find the right person. There ain't no need to just say, well, I just got to be with him because this is the best I can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be alone. No. If you getting treated bad in a relationship but something ain't going right, walk away. Leave. Leave.
Okay, I hear
person,
you, and I hear what you're saying. Like
I know a person.
It should be that way, but it's not always that way. Like you're not going to tell me you was in a relationship and you never been through nothing.
I know a person.
You know, person
females.
two females. Don't talk about you, nigga.
I'll leave. Simple as that. Like I'd rather be alone than be there and be with someone where there ain't no fun in it, ain't no joy in it, ain't no loving, no caring. Like, why am I here?
I agree.
That person don't respect me, they're not speaking to me right.
Right.
Yeah, like every time I say something to them, an attitude, what am I here for?
Right.
I may hurt because I may really care for that person. But evidently they don't care for me because you show me. It ain't what a person tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can tell me anything.
Right.
It's your deeds and evidence.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't doing nothing. Okay, fine. I see what you like. Right. I know two people, girls, went to hell and high water for these guys. 9 years. 9 years. I mean, God, they be on, supposed to have a baby on her. And disease, all types of crazy shit. But she kept riding. Now eventually she left. Forgive me. It's a person to know who I'm talking about. Eventually she left. Eventually the other couple broke up. I don't know what happened with theirs. They was in love to take the abuse and to put up with what they put up with. Because if they just love that person, oh, I don't need you, I'll walk away. I ain't got to speak to you. They was in love to take that. Now, eventually they fell out of love. Well, they wising up and seeing like, oh, no, this ain't going nowhere. Right. Best to cut my losses while I'm ahead. But you got to see that.
So, like I was saying, because I don't think I finished the thing about the person that's in jail. When they start meeting people from other people, like friends or people that come, do you think they're in love with their person or love their person because of just who they are, or because they're being loyal to them? They is a time that they're at their lowest and their weakness, and that person got their back. So then when they get out of jail, they start to be around this person, really know who this person is, and then maybe they build their union.
That's
or
what I'm saying.
So,
and in the beginning, no one's in love with no one. You're not supposed to be.
Right. But
with time, if you have put in time with this person, and at some point you don't find yourself saying, I'm in love with them. Not that you love them as a person. I'm in love with them. Then there ain't no need to be with them. And I don't think it can be no relationship if you're not in love with a person. That's just my belief. If I don't feel something in my heart, like, damn, I really got a soft spot with this person, then I'm going to say, what am I doing here?
Eventually.
I'm just having fun. That's how I'm gonna look at it. I'm just having fun.
So when it all's boiled down, can y'all please weigh in? Do you feel like a person can be in a relationship with someone and not be in love with them?
I say no.
I say yes. Thanks for chiming in with us. Until next time.
Till next time. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Episode 4 coming soon.